The international break starts right after this weekend. In Europe, UEFA Nations League continues, with the Polish national team that is about to play Portugal and Croatia. After a win against Scotland and a loss to Croatia, Michał Probierz, the national team coach, has decided to experiment and call up new players. Those players are a new winger of Raków Częstochowa, formerly playing in Piast Gliwice, Michael Ameo. There's also Jagiellonia's main centre-back and the Polish champion, Mateusz Skrzypczak. And the third one is Maxi Oyedele, a Manchester United Academy's former player, who only has 100 minutes in Legia Warszawa. This video is about him. When the list of called up players was officially announced, the Polish football scene divided itself once again. Michał Probierz decided to skip another massive Polish prospect in Antoni Kozubal, who has a great start to the season in Lech Poznań. Antoni got called up to U21s instead. Meanwhile, Maxi, despite only having 100 minutes in Legia, playing with U20s in September and having a single good match in Ekstraklasa, a draw against Górnik Zabrze, is here in the senior national team. Many people seem shocked about that decision, but I see the reasons behind this call-up, and it makes sense. So in this video, I'm trying to make it make sense for you. Let's get into it. We'll start with the most logical of the reasons. I know Maxi has only played in the Polish youth national teams and he's already declared to play for Poland, but he's still eligible to play for 3 different nations: Poland, Nigeria and England. The eligibility rules made by FIFA say that a player can switch national teams even if they have senior caps, with a couple of conditions. The player has not played for the previous national team after turning 21. The next cap happens at least 3 years after the last one for the old national team. The player has played no more than 3 competitive matches in that previous national team, and none of these matches were in the World Cup or Continental Championships, like the Euros. Basically, if Maxi gets a debut, even for a couple of minutes, and he enters the pitch 3 more times, he's going to be Polish forever. Yes, I am well aware of the fact Maxi played in the Polish youth teams, already declared to play for Poland, and so on and so on. I just needed to point out the perspective of the regulations. We're now moving from the law to the pitch, and explore a second reason given into this video. If you look at Polish national team, we don't really have too many defensive midfielders. Since Grzegorz Krychowiak is no longer on the required level anymore, he plays in Cyprus by the way, and has retired from international football anyway, we are yet to find a player who would once and for all occupy that slot. During his time as a Polish national team manager, which started in September 2023, Michał Probierz has played these players as a defensive midfielder: Patryk Dziczek, Taras Romańczuk, Bartosz Slisz, Damian Szymański, Jakub Moder, and even Piotr Zieliński was moved to that position in the last 2 games against Scotland and Croatia. This is enough of a proof that he's still searching and looking for the right player. So he might as well give a chance to a 19-year-old when he's putting a sort of attacking midfielder there. And what if Maxi gets a debut, shows a couple of good passes and interceptions, and he's suddenly being praised? There are a lot of signs already that he has high potential. We could see that in the last game against Górnik Zabrze. And although he is still a melody of the future, it's great news that he may be given a chance. And at last I would like to mention the comparison between Oyedele and Kozubal, because it's mainly Lech fans complaining that Kozubal should be a part of the senior national team. But there's a key difference between Kozubal and Oyedele on the pitch, and that is their roles. They might be midfielders, but they're not the same. Against Górnik Zabrze, you could notice that Maxi is playing more deep down the pitch, mainly intercepting the ball in the middle, passing it forward, like a typical number 6. Meanwhile, Kozubal is more of a player that often runs up the pitch and even to the penalty box. He often finds himself in goal-scoring opportunities out of this, playing a bit more of a central/attacking midfielder. This is the position where Poland has more talent at its disposal. We've got players like Moder, we've got players like Szymański, Urbański, Zieliński or Kapustka, who can fill the central midfield slot, just to name a few. Kozubal simply missed out on a call-up because there are options to play in central midfield, and Maxi is primarily a defensive midfielder. I know Transfermarkt is showing Kozubal as DM and he's shown down there in the lineup screen, but it takes a bit of observation, a bit of highlights to know that he's not exactly a player for that position. He keeps moving forward. I know it's a bit of a shorter video than usual, so the question to you in the comments is, what do you think about Oyedele's call-up? Is it too early, or do you think he deserves a chance? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed, you can hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll be very grateful for that, and I will catch you in the next video.